everyone, welcome to another video where we are bringing success story of Deepthi Devarakonda. She is already handling a senior leadership role in her company. Like she's already impacting lives. She has of course, a handsome salary. She handles so many things and she's ambitious, talented, and successful. Right? We are going to hear, what got her interested in life coaching and how she's actually utilizing this in her own life and career. So, first of all, to begin this interview, I would love Deepti to, kind of introduce herself, give us a little bit of a, kind of a background, schooling, college, job per se, a little bit of that. Yeah, Deepti.
Thank you, Pallavi. And it's always a pleasure to talk to you. And this time, definitely, I feel nostalgic. I remember all of our sessions. So it's like, meeting you again. I am going back to our sessions. They were awesome. So, talking about myself, hi everyone. Pallavi already introduced. I'm Dipti Devrakonda, and I have almost 18 years of experience into IT field now, and I'm working as senior director in one of the IT US healthcare company. So the journey so far has been really great. And talking about my childhood, definitely the schooling, everything happened in Pune. This has been my favorite place since then because it covers like it's beautiful weather and it's not too summers, not too winter, so it is all good for me and very suitable for my growth, I would say. So I've been settled here for since childhood, and my schooling, everything happened here as a child growing up. I didn't had a great childhood, I would say. I had a feeling of not feeling good enough as growing up as a child. And that led to because of many other things like my the that not feeling good enough came in through when I was not that great at studies, my life, like the bullying and always having comparison with my performance, or me getting compared made me shrink a bit. So as a child, it was not a great, but during my college days, I decided that I will change this and I will do great in terms of studies. So I did my medical. That's how I got into medical. I was determined to do that at one go with no backlogs, which I successfully did. Did a lot of, like, I became an Ayurvedic doctor. I also did a lot of surgeries, did many, conducted a lot of deliveries, which was a very fun thing for me. And I was very like fulfilling my dream, like, in getting into medical. But something hit, and then I got an opportunity in the technology field. And during my 10th standard, like as growing up, I was a computer kid. 2000, how it was, right? It was a revolution in computers, and I was so fascinated. I always used to play in video games, and I developed interest in computers, and that's why 10th standard itself, I did a small course. If you
Mhm.
remember, there was an AppTech Institute where I did a
Yes.
Microsoft course fully 6 months.
Yes.
I don't know why I did it, but it was just my summer vacation. And
Right.
I was definitely interested. But then when the opportunity came in after my medical, so I had two option. Either I choose to go to, do the medical stuff and become and consult as a doctor, and then I had this offer of getting into IT, and doing a software job. Um, I somehow chose the latter. The reason being, I was very fascinated about technology, of course. That was one part. And the second was that I loved the life there. Somehow I believed that having Saturday, Sunday holiday meant a lot to me. And those days I was working night shifts, day shifts. I was not getting enough time. So I thought that this life is great. And that's how my IT life started. And I learned on the job everything because I was a medical student and I was completely into hardcore technical job, into analytics. I've been entirely into my career into analytics right from the start. So everything on job I learned, and that's how step by step the trust factor, even though I was non-technical, I grew in technical role. And people around me, leaders supported me. They helped me grow in this career. And today I have become a leader and leading multi-geographical teams from US, Philippines, India. So this exposure, definitely, I feel that the looking back at the journey, I would say I've learned a lot. So yeah, that's so far my professional childhood. And apart
Right.
from this, I am very, very passionate about helping other women grow into leadership. And that has happened because when I grew up into my IT career, I saw the pyramid where few and fewer women were coming up, right? And when I'm growing, my peers had, they were that the growth was not at the same pace. And I realized, that was the moment I realized why this is was happening in the boardrooms, why I'm alone sitting with so many men around me, and
Hmm.
why there are not so many women in the boardrooms. And that got me into my head. And then I started participating in a lot of D&I initiatives, all the diversity initiatives to promote women. I was very actively participating in my organization, and that's how my passion grew towards that. Today also I do the same thing, and that's how I reach to you as well, in terms of learning more about life. Of course, to first, because I learned that through that I'm also facing challenges, and being a woman, it is so tough for me to grow from here. Then how I will help others? So I thought I will help myself first, and that's where I reached out to you, understanding what is life coaching, so that first I help myself and then help other women also come up to the leadership, because we need more of women in the leadership now. And especially in corporate, we need more of women because we definitely have those qualities. We just need that little bit push and need to have that self awareness to grow beyond that. So yeah, that's about outside of work.
Wow, such a beautiful, mission that you have taken and you have already acted upon, keeping yourself first, like solving your problems and taking that same thing and, kind of giving it to other women. There's nothing more beautiful than this, is what I believe. Right. And I clearly remember, when you came in, you actually asked for this only. You didn't say anything else. You just mentioned that, Pallavi, I really find that women are not, coming up the ladder, which is actually the case, right?
Yeah.
This is a legit problem, that is happening in today's time, right? And you are the one who, kind of took the charge, helped yourself, and now you are going ahead and helping others, which is so amazing. Yeah. So tell me, Deepti, apart from this, was there any other thought, like what were the challenges like that you were facing that you spoke about? Yeah.
Yeah, so as I started, one of the challenges came in from my childhood of not feeling good enough, right? And one of the blocker was myself. So I think, I wanted to put myself out, but because of certain beliefs, because of limiting beliefs, because of me thinking I'm not good enough, I was not able to put myself out there fully, right? And if you remember, I wanted to spread this through other platforms also. And one of the fears was that how can I put myself, my face out there, right? And
Right.
I was for a long time, I'm doing things in the background, like in LinkedIn also I was very active, and I was doing a lot of audio podcasts so that I can don't have to show my face, but I'm still helping in some way
Right.
to different women, right? And I did start my own podcast known as She Thrives.
Mm,
It was very big hit, and lot of women employees did benefit out of that. But somewhere, inside me, I was like, I'm always being on background. I want to be front facing. If I don't be front facing myself, how can I tell women to come
true.
forward, face things boldly? So that was when you encouraged in stepping into the Instagram and sharing my thoughts and putting out myself there. And we started slow with some clips and all that, and then started I started talking. Initially it was a big challenge for me, showing out
Right.
something in the world, and that to open space.
Mm.
Now that fear has slowly gone. I mean, so I was able to overcome that challenge, and I'm posting without guilt.
Wow. I've seen your reels, they are so amazing, and I can see a different Deepti there, right? You are just on the camera and just candidly talking. I keep, of course, watching your reels as well, and I enjoy them like, nothing else on that platform.
Thank you so much, and thanks to you as well. Because I also learn how to express, because like one of the things is that I was suppressing
Mm,
myself a lot
mm,
for a very long time. I was not able to express, and this was giving me it. It was actually serving two purpose. One is that
mm.
helping me to express myself, and helping other women also
Yeah,
to know or get knowledge from these
right.
things. So it
So
was
amazing.
good.
So amazing. And kudos for taking that action dedicatedly, not backing out, not fearing, like facing the challenge head on is what you did, which is, what's the praise.
Yeah, it was not easy. I did take
It
breaks
was.
in between, and I
Yeah.
used to tell you also that these are conscious breaks. And
Yes.
I would recommend, if people not giving up completely, but the conscious breaks is also fine. If you feel that it's overwhelming, or if you feel that too much of emotions are caught up, you can always take a pause and then come back. And always Pallavi is there to nudge you. So you can always do
Yeah.
that.
Definitely. All right. So, Deepti, tell me how things are so different. So, one of the things that you said is, of course, you were not able to, express and, even, speak on the platforms. And now you are able to, kind of express yourself. Well, what I understand is you mean in your personal life, right? Or maybe in your office and also, on the social media platforms. So, apart from this, what are the changes that you are seeing? How's your energy like now? One of the things that you spoke about when you actually came in initially to me, that a lot of changes are happening in this AI world,
Yeah.
like things like that. Would you like to just share it with us?
Yeah, definitely. So, I think the leadership is all about managing energy. And I knew that when I came, but I was not able to show up that same energy, because whatever externally things were happening, like the changes were happening, and was a person who am very, like, stable, consistent, uh, a person who can do the same thing like consistently, right? But was seeing the world was changing so inconsistently, so uncertain, and I was like waiting for that moment to stabilize and then do something. Then I
Right.
realized, no, that is not the thing it would work, because I was just keep on waiting and things were not changing. Right. So then I decided, no, this is something I need to change. And then we also learned about the concept of E plus R plus equal to O, right? And the way we give response, then only we'll receive our outcome. So I started giving those kind of responses. I started showing up irrespective of all the changes happening. I was going down as well. It was not all up, but I was okay with going down and coming up, okay with going down again and coming up. I was not expecting a linear thing. Initially, I was expecting something to happen linearly, and that's what created problems, because I was waiting to come that straight line, and it was not coming, right? And the world is changing, the dynamics are changing, the AI has come, the IT world and corporate world has shifted largely, and it is not just my story, it is everyone speaking about the same thing. Everyone is going through same thing. That means that these are the moments which come, like moments like COVID, moments like these kind of uncertainty in the corporate. These are constant. Change is constant, but how we respond to that change is what is in our control, which I learned. And I deliberately put efforts now to make sure I give the right response and also attach a right meaning. So mindset plays a very important role. So always having the attaching a right meaning to what is happening to you around you will give you right response too. So I think that is what I started. I used to attach some other negative meaning, then negatively things come out. If I'm attaching a positive meaning to it, definitely you'll get a positive result. So I
Yeah.
think these are the changes which shifted my energy to
Wow.
always show up. Yeah.
Right. Beautifully expressed. So in this, what what would you call as your major wins and breakthroughs, out of this? Like, you could see concretely, like, what this changed, let's say relationship,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
say in corporate, maybe you got even better projects or whatever, wins and breakthroughs.
I think one of the wins I can clearly say, and I've always told you that I was not very good at expressing. And one of the things which you taught was that you should become a world-class asker to what you need.
Mm.
So I think that uh, got into my head very good. And initially I used to think why to ask, why things are not happening. It should happen automatically. In my relationship also, or in my corporate life also, why I have to, like, and we all have grown up thinking like your work should speak for you or such kind of things, right? Which is a kind of does nothing to you, right? And that is one of the things which I started pursuing really. I experimented a lot on that also. Like, the things which I used to not ask to my managers, I started asking about promotions or started asking about growth. And the best thing what happened was that not every wish will be fulfilled or not everything will be given to you when you ask, but that
Right.
seed will definitely go into
Mm.
their mind, and that can be um, you know thought through, like that goes into their mind and they have that in mind, and that will come up in some or the other time when you unexpectedly get those things, because you have already put that seed into somebody's head. If you don't even say, then it is out of mind. So that experimentation was very successful. In my family life also, I have been very active in terms of asking things for myself, like, not assuming that my husband should know everything or my kids should know everything about me. So I express things now. So that has also opened doors in having good conversations rather than resentment and all these things. So I think asking is definitely a great thing which we have learned in the session. And second, I would say the feedback thing, the mastic activity, which
Mm.
actually also remained in my mind for of being mindful of the feedback people are giving. We might be much more inward focus or much more outward focus, but I think that taught me a balance, that when it is outward focus, the inward is definitely we should focus on ourselves, but outward is someone giving us feedback, but we are not even listening or we are not even taking that feedback seriously. I think that was a game changer for me, because I was listening to people, but I
Right.
was not paying attention to, I was not giving attention to
Mm.
details.
Mm.
And that details had a lot of clues. And
Mm.
when we did a matchstick activity, I was so quick to get things done. but I was not even listening to your feedback. So that time it made me realize I'm doing this in my actual life also. That maybe
Right.
people are trying to tell me something, but I'm just not listening. So
Hmm.
now I just give that very minute observation. Like I learned observation skills from you also. I'm still learning. I'm not there yet, but I learned that by observing you learn a lot of things, and taking feedback, taking the clues, and paying attention to minute details. And I think that is only a few things which successful people do. They don't ignore such few small things which are coming and hitting in their lives, and they are paying attention to it. So observing, taking feedback, I think these are the few things which wins, I would say.
Wow, such amazing wins. And, this is where I keep on saying the life coaching is such a no-brainer, like you can utilize in your own personal life. You can utilize it with your family. You can utilize the learning in your job. And, if you want to monetize it, at some point in time, you can do that too. So it's like a full package,
Yeah.
which when I got to know, I was blown away that really, really something like this we can do, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is so beautiful, and thank you so much for candidly sharing, your entire nitty-gritty details, which is going to be so, so, so helpful to everyone who's listening to this video, of course. Right. So, Deepti, tell me, because there are a lot of women who think that, you know what, I really want to change my life. I really want to do this. They're ambitious, fully talented, but, something stops them, right?
Mm.
Like they don't take action. They even try at times, and then, something
Yeah.
happens and they go back. So, were there any challenges when you were trying to, kind of take action towards, kind of working on yourself and, opening up to, helping and creating impact?
Yeah, and I'll talk about myself and I'll also the observation of many women around me.
Hmm.
So one of the biggest roadblocks is you. So for me, also my biggest roadblock for was myself, right? And that if we get that awareness, we definitely can work through or cross lot of barriers or challenges coming in our way, because biggest block is us, right? So I also face that, and one of the things which I notice, and especially for women, is we wait for permissions, right? And that is something coming with upbringing, the societal influence, or while growing in our family also, right? We always want to do something, but we always take permissions to do something. So I
Hmm.
think that is what I changed in myself, and I also help other women to do that, is to stop seeking permission and give yourself permission to do what you want and own it. There will be we don't do certain things because we are afraid of consequences, right? If we are afraid of something bad happening, but when we start owning our stuff, when we don't wait for permission and give ourselves permission to do, and we own whatever consequences, that you can uh, cross any barriers and you can grow. So I started doing that. I started um, informing people, then taking asking them permissions, right? So whether it
Yeah.
is professional, personal, I think that helped a lot. And
Hmm.
especially many women, they are different in their personal life and professional life. So that doesn't work. What I've seen is, if you're not able to take decisions at home, you're not able to take decisions at office. And if you're not leader at home, you're not leader at office. That doesn't mean I am just leading everything at my home. I also partner with my husband, and we um, have roles there as well. Like if I'm taking something, I'm owning it up. If
Hmm.
I take certain decisions, I'm owning it up. So I think you cannot be two different people. You
Yeah.
can you need to be same. So I think these are the small things, especially for women leaders. I would
Mm.
say that, not asking permissions, but allowing yourself, allowing you or giving yourself permission to do the things which you wanted to do and own it is
Yeah.
that's definitely helped me.
Yeah, so beautiful. And you said it so rightly, right? When a lot of talented earning, women also come to me, and I also keep on interacting with a lot of, ambitious women here. Even though they are earning, still they would want their family to support. Still, they would want to go back and, take that permission. It's their own money, right? They see the value, they see how badly they are struggling and they need some help,
Yeah.
and they will still go back and ask for that permission from their husbands, or some especially males in their family, right? So, like, sometimes it feels like, and the problem is, I don't have a problem that, hey, you want to take a permission. Now, the problem is, most likely the permission will not be given, right? Because
Yeah. Yeah.
the other people are not able to understand
Understand.
what is your
Yeah.
problem, right? What is your vision? Why do you want to do this?
Mm.
Right? For example, in your case, like, there was no scarcity of money, there was no, as such big problem, something where you are really struggling, right? You had this, mission going on in your head, that, why there are not so many women, on the panel when I'm in the director's room, why, this is happening. And of course, you observed that, and you wanted to take stand on that and help other women kind of come up the ladder. Now, let's say if you go back and you tell to, like, people in your family, they may not resonate with this goal, right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
I'm not saying they are bad. I'm saying that they are not able to see what you are able to see. They are not able to feel what you are able to feel.
Yeah.
Right. So when it comes to, asking permission, this is where the whole alignment,
Mm.
gets ruptured, right? And then you just say that, okay, I will only follow my purpose, or I will only fulfill my purpose, walk towards the path of my purpose, if I get a permission for somebody whose purpose is not the same as
Yeah.
you, even though, let's say, you are married, even though, they are family, they are your parents, right? So, like, I'm so happy that you brought in here, this point, and this is such a valid point. And I'm sure this is the breakthrough moment, that, women who are watching this are going to get out of this video. If one thing you want to take out of this video is this one, I would say.
And just to add more to this point, because this is really important, and
Yeah.
men have been historically doing that. They have not been taking permissions and doing stuff. If at least I have seen that kind of trend. I don't know about
Me
others,
too.
but yeah. So and it is not about good or bad. It is about that if you know what you're doing is right, or right and wrong, no problem, but you're ready to own whatever the consequences is. I've seen the shift happens when you actually prove it and people start believing you and people start believing in your mission also. Anybody, it is not about men, women, but if the mission is not clearly seen by others, but you can clearly see, after some point of time when you start executing, people will also clearly see that and start supporting you. But they will not support you at the beginning. You
Yeah.
need to support yourself and you need to believe in your vision and then take that ahead. Or it is not even this, in any corporate scenario, also anywhere
Right.
you have to believe in yourself to start something and then people will follow. Even when I started leading in corporate, many didn't trust me as a woman leader to as a beginning, but then slowly when I started believing in my leadership, people saw my leadership, they started trusting me. I had a fear that okay, I'm a woman, they may not find me strong enough, or someone who can lead the team and all that. But today I see people have immense trust in me, and that has come through me believing in myself first and then making it happen, and then people start believing you. So at the beginning, this challenge will be there, but if you believe in yourself, you can definitely do it. And that's how you can keep moving forward. Otherwise, like I said, you are the main roadblock for yourself, no one else. So just
Mm.
wanted to add more to that
Yeah,
point. Really
absolutely.
important.
Mhm. Absolutely important. Like I said, this is the breakthrough moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. So let's talk about, what are your, like dreams, what is the kind of dream life you would want to live?
Hmm. Dream life definitely is my living my life on my own terms. I think that is many women dream about this because I'm a big time people pleaser, have been big time people pleaser. So I'm trying to come out of that and try to first ask myself what I like to do and then going forward with doing anything rather than um, going by what others think is good for me. So I think this is a dream life for me. I think this should be a dream life for anybody because,
Why not?
living on your terms is one of the biggest achievements you can do in your life. Living a suppressed life or living life for others, or and living unconsciously is something which is not good for you. Have a more conscious and aware life. And For me too, that is the main dream of life. So yeah, living on my own terms.
Lovely, lovely.
That
Of
doesn't
course,
mean
that's
I'm discarding others, other views, but it is like, okay, I'll take
of
everything,
course.
but I will do what I think is best.
Of course, of course. We never mean that we are not listening to anyone. I'm just doing what my heart wants, right? But of course, there's a conscious decision. There is a pick and choose that you keep doing, right? And maximum times, what we are doing is we are living on others' terms,
Mm,
right? So we are trying to have a balance and kind of prioritize ourselves as well. That okay, my needs, my wishes, my dreams also matter,
yeah.
right? So yeah, definitely. Of course, we are not taking any wrong conclusions out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, what would be the advice that you would want to give to, such women who are trying to, kind of build a life on their own terms, but, they're struggling, but they're not able to kind of have that courage, to
Mm.
kind of go ahead and do it. So, what would be the advice?
Yeah, I think definitely seek support, especially having mentors, coaches. I have seen in my life, I had many mentors and coaches throughout, and I'm learning from everyone in terms of learning about myself as well as others around me, surrounding. So I think you can do everything on your own. There is no doubt. But you would do only to a certain level where you can understand and you can go at a certain pace, right? Definitely someone wants to do it alone, great. However, what I thought was you can accelerate your growth when you work with a mentor or a coach, and especially women, I think. And you know what, I would say that men as coaches and mentors are also good, but having women as a coach or a mentor makes a lot of difference, because I've seen that they offer a perspective which gives a very unique and different perspective of how you can grow as a woman, you know, because you can grow, you can adopt qualities as men already use, like for especially for the corporate, right? We can do that, and I have tried that. But when I went into my own core, who am
Mm.
my authentic self, or
Right.
as a woman, I brought in more to the table,
Mm.
because that is something which, as women, we don't recognize our own strengths. We try to imitate men as it
True.
is. But actually, we have a lot of powers as women as well, in terms of feminine energy, the
Absolutely.
nurturing, empathetic qualities.
True.
That doesn't mean men don't have, they do have, but predominantly there are certain qualities women also carry, and those are also equivalently good in leadership, which I actually what uncovered when I worked with women coaches and
Mm.
mentors. And I had my mentor also, woman who is a leader as well, and I've
Mm.
seen her leadership by giving so much care and
Wow.
nurture. She makes me
Right.
so good. And then I thought, we don't have to always be authoritative or bossy or
Exactly.
this. We can also be soft, and we can also
Yeah.
be empathetic. And that's how I learned a lot. So I think
Mm.
that is only the advice, that, okay, you can do things on your own, but having a coach or a mentor, and especially woman, gives a lot of perspective. And in terms of knowledge, I thought that I spent a lot of time in knowing the psychological part of it, the life coaching, or the not just the knowledge of
Mm.
the technical knowledge I tried to gain.
Mm.
I invested a lot in knowing psychology, life,
Mm.
um, and
Yeah.
other aspects which are necessary. And I think that added a lot in my career as well,
Right.
because I noticed it's not just about technical stuff. It is also about knowing life aspects, knowing human aspects, knowing
Yeah.
people aspects, because you don't lead teams or machines. You lead people, and you need to
True.
have people skills. So I
Yeah.
I think I invested a lot, and I would advise
Yeah.
that knowing these skills, it's not
Mm.
just a survival, it is a life skill.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to happen. So
Yeah.
I think I will definitely recommend people to do this.
Wow. So amazing. You just reminded of me, me of, one of the concepts that, I keep talking, when I go for speaking gigs or something. Like in today's time, leaders are actually struggling, be it men or be it women, right? Because let's say Gen Zs are not listening to them, right? Let's say, the authority has become, so like it feels like when you are a leader, you have to have that authority, only then people will work, right?
Mm,
And even if leaders don't want to create that pressure, they feel if I don't create the pressure, people won't work, right? So
yeah.
there is a fear attached to the leadership, right? So I have spoken to many of my amazing leaders, and I have seen two sides of them.
Mm,
One being like this strict with a danda, like a jailer kind of
yeah.
personality. And at home, they are like sweetest people, that I have ever met. So of course, I tried to gauge in a lot, even ask them, at times that why do you suddenly become this,
Mm,
like a jailer, personality. So
mm,
they said that they always spoke about fears because, of course, I'm also coming from a corporate background, 12 years, have done the leadership roles and everything. But, there is fear that people will not work. So this is why I keep saying this concept that leadership is outdated,
mm,
coachship is in, right? If you can talk to people in a coaching way, right? Coaches are also leaders, right? But we are not this kind of leaders, right? We are the leaders who can understand what's happening in real time and see people as people, like human beings, not like a machine or something. And, then however you want to train them, you can train them, right? Along with having their loyalties to yourself and the organization and the team and everything. So
yeah.
this is the concept that I keep bringing in everywhere, that leadership is outdated, coachship is in. So I insist every leader to kind of invest and learn the coaching way, because as coaches also, we are also making people take action only, right?
Yeah.
So this is the exact thing you are doing in your office, in your job, right?
Yeah.
So why not to amalgamate both of these things and, have something which is so brilliant? Like you can become a lovable leader. I'm sure, you are one of the lovable leaders, and in your organization.
In fact, yeah, you brought up a very good point on coaching. And when we started this life coach journey, you
Right.
also mentioned that this is something for yourself first, and then will reflect on others as well. So
Mm,
I think you mentioned about the fears many leaders have,
mm,
and that all happens because they have not worked upon themselves. And that
mm,
was my first action where I wanted to heal myself first, my, whatever
mm,
fears, limiting beliefs I have, I do still have, but I'm much more
mm,
conscious and aware of it, right? And
mm,
humans are still imperfect. So I cannot be perfect, but I am aware. And that was my first step to do this life coaching. And the coaching skills, and then I applied, and I am a big fan of doing experimentation. So I
yeah.
did a lot of I realized that I was talking so much. I thought, like, we all have misconception about
Mm,
leadership, like as you said, right? That we need to
mm,
be a certain way. We need to always give advices because we are leaders. But then I learned that we have to first hear them out. So I
mm.
started doing this experimentation that before I talk, I do still struggle because I have my own limitations of expressing
Absolutely.
myself. So what I do is that I do that, and then I also make sure I reserve time to,
Right.
okay, you share, you tell me. So that made a huge lot of difference, where we go into talking mode to listening mode more, because
Hmm.
coaching style where we ask different questions and not conclude or assume that they know this and start giving advices.
Yeah.
So I think definitely, like you said, leadership perspective needs to be changed. More of coaching needs to be brought in.
Hmm.
Uh, this definitely helps in knowing other person more, and they
Yeah.
getting close to us rather than we just
Absolutely.
giving advices or assuming things that this is what they may be thinking. So I think, yeah,
Right.
that definitely helped.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. So, at the end, I would love to know that how was your experience being in this, certification program? What were the features that you loved? How, like, what did you find as very unique, or, something very transformational that you found, in the coaching program, which is AI empowered life coaching? So, yeah, would love
Yeah.
to hear that.
So I think uh, firstly, when what I like about at the start of the program itself was that I had been with a few of the coaching programs, and I thought this was very structured and had a lot of scientific backed up tools, which I was looking for, which I thought was definitely amazing. Second, I think a coach should also be very approachable, friendly, and you should be able to learn from them, right? And I think you are an outstanding coach, and you
Thank
make
you.
people so comfortable and nudge them. So I think it feels home. That is more important because sometimes we do certain certification courses, but if someone is not approachable or strict, or they're not able to understand you, you're
Hmm.
not able to open up. So I think you give that good space to open up and share freely, and you give enough time. I think in this program, I would say that it's not half-hearted. It's fully programmed in such a way that people can take full benefit out of it. And you also help people to do more than just seeking knowledge. First, to apply to yourself, and also you help them apply others as well. So I
Yeah.
think that support, not just till the course is over, but you give extended support as well, to, make sure that they are completely ready. So I think that is very rare in any of the programs, because it's just like, okay, this is done and that. I think a lot of hand holding comes through this program. So I think that stands out. Lot of good things comes up. So I would say value for money. I should say like that, but it is like it does give you um something to you to, like, help you transform as well as transform others as well. So it's not just theoretical, I would say. So yeah, I mean, I think a lot of good things about this program, and a lot of structured. I told you, I remember I don't have much time. I fully work 9 to 5 job, and I
Yeah.
don't have much time to um, do my own research or something. So you have
Mm.
already done a lot of research. You have made sure that the curriculum is such way that it is very easy for us to understand. And I've always told you that you're a great storyteller. So the sessions were like eye opener. Many had takeaways, like I told you, that matchstick one,
Mm.
world classic asker one. So those stick into, and I mean the teaching methodology is also so good, that it's very easy to understand. It's not difficult. It doesn't find it difficult. And I think if I can do the Instagram post, anybody can do anything. So, um,
Wow. Thank you
definitely
so
recommend.
much, for praising us so highly. And, of course, it is your action which gets you, to the result. Of course, we are there to support you in all possible ways. And the speciality, of course, of this program is this is actually created by a working woman, who, kind of was side hustling through this, and then kind of now an ex-corporate, full time into this. So so I actually kind of literally laid down the entire
Yeah,
experience that I had, and I'm constantly trying to make it easier and easier and easier for working women, because I believe on one thing, that a working woman has so much to give back, to others, right?
yeah,
But she's constantly in her job, she's constantly
yeah,
taking care of her home, right? So if this is not easy, right, enough, if this is not efficient, in terms of time, spent on this, then working women will not be able to go out and help others, right? And we are right now, India per se, if you are seeing, we are at that spot where if each woman helps, at least just one other women,
yeah,
right, we can actually become the global power, right? And it is now not on men, it is now entirely on women, right? Now a lot of government bodies have supported women, started bringing in a lot of women, into everything. So this is the right time, we can be the biggest contributors. Imagine, in taking our country to global level, like number one, level. So this is what I feel, and this is how the program has been created. So thank you so much, for so highly appreciating. I would ask you, some funny thing, now some fun, this thing. Do you remember any fun event, in the sessions? Like, do you have something like that?
yeah. It's cliche, but I think when the funny moments is when we talk about our husbands, and when I noticed that everyone is going through the same thing, it was the funniest and realistic moment for me. So
Right.
I think, yeah, we were not complaining. We
Right.
were just speaking the truth.
Of course,
So I
express it.
think one of the things which I noticed, it's funny at the same time realistic, is that everyone is
Yeah.
going through the same problem.
Yeah.
Our problem is not bigger than anybody else's. Everyone is going through that, and though it was funny, it helped me understand that it was not a big deal. We all are
Mm,
going through, and we all
mm,
can. that means that we can all work towards making it a better place. We don't have to always nag our husbands. We don't have to complain. We don't have to criticize. That's where I
Yeah.
learned a lot as well, that we can communicate, we can appreciate. If we are criticizing, then we have ability to appreciate also. We have ability to have a conversation also. So I think that funny
Mm.
moment turned into a greatest
Mm.
learning as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So amazing. It
I
just
know.
brought, laughters here as well in this end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely. All right. So this brings us to the kind of end of this video. And, of course, I really, really, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you to Deepti for, kind of giving us this much amount of time, sharing so candidly her entire journey, right? And, before we close the video, I would love to ask her that do you have some closing thoughts that you would like to share with us and the audience?
Yeah, I think, I shared many things before, but like one thing I would definitely say is that you can have it all. And Many have told me it is either or, and that led to confusion for a very long time for me. But my success depended on having it all, because I am a person who likes to explore many things at the same time, and that works for me. So I just wanted to tell all of you here that you do what works for you. Don't go with what others might think that this is right or wrong. Own your own stuff. If you think that this works for you, go for it. And don't compare yourself. Just think what is good for you, and when you do that, the success becomes double triple. So that's the final message I
Yeah.
would.
Yeah, lovely. So, just a summary of that. I think Deepti is saying that, you don't have to get stuck with just the 9 to 5 job, right? You can spread your wings. You can, start creating impact, whether you go towards monetization or not, right? You can
Yeah.
still, like she does a lot of things, and she does everything for free. And that gives her so much fulfillment, right? That whenever she's back, from such events, I have seen a different glow on her face, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right?
I
So
love that.
that is what, yeah,
No,
sorry.
I was just saying I love that.
Right? So amazing. Thank you so much, Deepti, for sharing, all the golden nuggets with us and giving us time. Thank you so much. I'm sure this is inspirational. This is literally a breakthrough, video that we are creating here. Of course, thank you so much for highly appreciating us and our work, etc. And of course, we'll see you soon. Maybe, some other time we're going to create another video to share a lot more, behind the scenes and, what's happening new and stuff like that. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Bye bye.